All right, it's DB. Wake up, and what's up, guys? Woo! Well, listen, we've got a lot of things to say, but on this episode, special episode of TalkBackWorld.net Comic-Con Edition 2011, this is just about The Amazing Spider-Man, and I'll tell you why. Because we just got out of there, and it was a 7-hour thing that we just went through with all kinds of films that we want to discuss. But unfortunately, we just wanted, because The Amazing Spider-Man is so fresh in our minds, we just wanted to just nail it out. As you can see, Wake Up's got the 3D glasses. He's got the 3D glasses going on. Okay, so, all right, guys. You guys know that from listening to the other episode that we did before, you'll know that after seeing the Spider-Man trailer, I was definitely like, nah, this doesn't look good to me at all. It was too dark. I thought the CGI at the end really threw me for a curve, and I just was like, I was heartbroken. I'll be honest with you, man. Spider-Man's one of my favorite characters, and I was literally like heartbroken because I thought this Mark Webb guy was gonna just deliver and whatnot. So just keep in mind that was my sentiment going in, and whatnot. So now today we get to Comic-Con, and we waited, I think, 7 hours on a panel. No, we didn't go anywhere. We stayed in the room. I mean, we sat through all kinds of shit just to get to Amazing Spider-Man. Good shit too. I mean, it wasn't all bad shit, which we're gonna discuss later. So here's how it kicks off. It starts off with Amazing Spider-Man on the screen, and like a drum roll, like a snare drum, right? So we're waiting there, and they're building it up. They're just building it up, right? So all of a sudden, without further ado, the lights go off. More drum roll. They're like just teasing the shit out of us, you know, like a girl with nice tits, just So the teaser, the trailer that we've all seen comes on. It's a little different from what the internet trailer shows, but not that much different. A few scenes, nothing that much, whatever. After the trailer, Wake Up was ecstatic because he got to see the POV in the 3D, because it was in 3D. The whole trailer was in 3D. I mean, he loved it. I mean, he was like, he was full force. He's in. Me, even with the 3D, I'm just like, no. I'm just like, I felt like I wasted 7 hours of my life trying to get to this panel, and they just show that they're gonna show me what I could watch on my iPad. Nah, you gotta be joking, right? I was just like, so I couldn't really reiterate that to Wake Up. He was sitting over here. That's why, because he was just like, it's like, that's Spider-Man. I'm just like, but and me, I'm sitting there. I'm just like, I want to see footage. I want to see the things that I've been seeing on YouTube of him swinging, a real man swinging. I want to see it. So all of a sudden, out of nowhere, Andrew Garfield comes out in a Spider-Man outfit, acting as a fan, posing as a fan.
Fucking man.
Trying to ask questions and stuff. You know, like, and somebody say, no, this is not Q&A time. This is not Q&A time. No, but I got something to say. I got something to say, and we don't know it's Garfield. We don't know it's Andrew Garfield yet. So we're like,
He's in this cheap ass Spider-Man suit.
He's in a really cheap
ass
Spider-Man suit
with the mask on. So we don't know. We just think it's some crazy nut who's got the mic.
So he's there, and he finally unveils himself, and everybody's like, oh, he's ecstatic, and he threw us a curve.
Mm-hmm.
The guy wrote something heartfelt about the character of Peter Parker, and I think Wake Up could describe this better, because I was just like blown away. He wrote something, and it was really heartfelt. If it was fake, God, this guy must be a hell of an actor, because I mean, that wasn't fake. To me, that was like,
no way.
He was just telling the importance of the character to him, what it means to him, but not only means to him, but how he knows what it means to the world. That this character is loved by the world, and also what it means to him. Wake Up.
He meant every single word. He gave this massive speech about what Spider-Man means, as DB says, to him, and it was really touching. Actually, it was the importance that the web head has on the entire world, and how he stands with all this power. He's actually an icon and a role model, and it would be so easy for someone with that much power to go corrupt, as we've seen in real life with people that do start off with good intentions. They end up using that power to do wrongdoings and to benefit themselves. Whereas, and he says that Peter Parker, it's a marvel really how a kid, a young teenager, is able to take this power and just do good. And it was really, really touching. And the fact that he was shaking as he was reading this speech. His hands were shaking. He was choking up on certain words. And he meant every single fucking word of it. He was a true, if Tobey Maguire would have given that speech, it would have been written for him by someone else. This kid, he wrote it. He was shaking. And it was touching.
I took pictures. It was touching. He was nervous. He was shaking. You could tell that what he was saying was coming from the heart. And like I said, if this guy's, he is an actor. Let's put that in there. No. But listen, I don't want to sound like I'm gullible either. I understand this guy is a professional actor, or else he wouldn't be a lead star in a major motion picture like this. Well, let's get that right. But I just saw like this guy really wasn't. This guy was just basically saying, "Hey, I'm just like one of you guys. I'm just a true fan," which I never got from Maguire, ever anyway. And I'm not dissing Maguire as Peter Parker. He did what he did. That's the end of it. So anyway, before we even get to it, so then all of a sudden, I'm still disappointed though. At this point, DB is still disappointed. I'm just like, God, I'm still disappointed. Like I sat here for footage, man. I sat here for footage. I saw footage from shit that I really didn't care to see, and it was great and all. Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to get a spoiled brat on Christmas. I didn't get the red BB gun, right? Well, Red Ryder BB gun, that's lurking behind the tree that Dad snuck in, whatever. No, I'm not. I'm just saying, you wait that long, and anyway, Andrew Garfield begins to announce the crowd, not the crowd, the cast to say, Emma Stone, Mark Webb comes in.
Everett, who was there.
Oh, God. Avi
Arad, the guy who did the previous
Spider-Man.
But also the Fox TV show. He produced that with Stan Lee. He didn't completely fuck up there.
He didn't completely fuck up, but he's hot and cold with me. So he was there. I wasn't happy. I could give two fucks about him. So...
And did you say Mark Webb? Mark Webb was there.
Mark Webb was there.
The director, yeah.
Yes. And so Mark Webb comes out. And he starts to talk about the film and what the character means to the world. Almost like what Garfield was saying, but not as in depth. It wasn't the same.
And not as intense.
It wasn't intense. He just said, hey, I know what this character means to the world. I know the responsibility that I have as a filmmaker to you people. So just know that right away. And then he just said, we got some extra footage that we'd like to show you if you want to see it. But he warned us the footage was very raw, very rough stuff. It's like you're gonna see cables, you're gonna see storyboards,
and the green arm as well.
And you're gonna see
you're gonna see makeup.
That's not yet. Oh yeah.
You're gonna see green makeup.
You're gonna see green makeup and before CGI effects. You're gonna see like Kurt Connor's arm will be in this. Sometimes it'll be off. Sometimes it'll have the green screen.
It's not the final footage.
It's not the final footage. So he warns us in advance, and it's pretty brave to do that. So now I'm like excited, and he says, by the way, it's not in 3D, it's in glorious 2D, which, I'm like...
We take off the glasses.
Great, we take the glasses off. We're going to watch about 8 minutes of footage. I say 6 minutes of footage.
No, it was 8. It was more than
6. No. Total was 8, but hold on. Total was 8, but
okay,
we got to see 6 at this point.
Yeah.
We get to see 6. The footage rolls.
Spider-Man. We finally get a real Spider-Man.
Guys, let me tell you something.
I'm going to get another beer. I'm going to contain myself. Right. I'm going to get another beer. You carry on. You carry on. I can't.
Let me tell you something. These
I'm going to interrupt anyway.
You see my level of beer? I just opened this thing. Look. These Brits can drink.
Go on, carry on. Just get to the footage, man, before it explodes.
You're giving Latinos like me a bad name, motherfucker.
Come on, get to the footage, man. I can't hold myself any longer.
The footage delivers something that I think Prodigy said. Prodigy is one I think off the top of my head. Maybe a few others, you guys. I'm not just saying Prodigy only said this. I think a few other guys, a few other cats in the Talkback World family.
.net.